I'm really tired today. It's Monday, and it's definitely going to be a slower start to the week. Well, I guess not really actually, because I have literally so much to do, but I'm gonna try to balance some self-care as much as possible this week. Today is a day of a ton of schoolwork. If you don't know, my name is Megan, and I am a writer currently working on 2 projects. I'm also a student studying to be a library tech, and I'm actually in my final semester. I'm really close to being done, and it's just a busy time. It's a very busy time, and I'm finding the beginnings of my week to just be really crammed because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have a lot of classes, which means I have a lot of assignments. I have a lot of tests to study for. Thursday and Friday I have off, which is fantastic. And this week I just have a test, a presentation, and an assignment. I think that's it. And I want to get all of those things done today. I want to prep them today. I want to get a head start on some of them today and just like get as much done as possible. I am still writing though. I am currently writing 2 projects. One is a second book in a fantasy series. I'm calling it The Fated. It's book 2 in a fantasy series. I think I said that, but I'm stressing it because I've already written book 1 and this is the second book. And then the other project that I'm working on is a dragon fantasy book. And I started this year with the intention of balancing both projects, and I was doing really good for a while. I was working on them pretty much every other day. That was the schedule that I was keeping. And over the past couple of weeks, I've kind of fallen out of that. And I want to get back into it because I feel like it was really good for my inspiration and creativity. It was fun to switch it up a little bit. And currently with The Fated, I am doing a little bit of a reread because I want to go back and really amp up the emotion of my one character. Today I worked on The Fated. I basically just read the first few scenes. Honestly, I'm so tired and I'm not really enthusiastic, but it went well. It was fine. That's it. It's done. Tomorrow I'm going to work on the dragon project and probably actually get some words down, and that's gonna feel wonderful. But for now, I'm gonna switch gears and I'm gonna work on all of my assignments. I have a presentation that I have to create, which is basically just me instructing some people on how to do something, which is gonna be really fun. I have a cataloging assignment, and then I have a test for a class called Searching that I need to study for. And then I also have to do some research for a group project. So it's a lot. I have a lot to do. I also really want to try to get to the gym later today. And if I do, as a treat, I'm going to pick up a couple library books and then also a book from Indigo because I just finished a book. I loved it so much and I want to actually own a copy of it because I borrowed it from the library. So that's it. That's the day. I don't know. It's kind of a more low-key start to a vlog. I'm not feeling the most energized, but that's okay because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm really glad that I forced myself to write. I really struggled this morning and I did not want to, but I sat down and I told myself that I'm just doing a reread and it turned out okay. Wherever you are, if you are not already cozy, get cozy. Let's get into a writing vlog and hopefully end this week on a much higher note than how I'm starting it because whew, she's tired. Hello. Let's do a little tiny book chat because as you saw, I just picked up a bunch of books. I picked up 3 books from the library and then I bought 1 book because I read my first 5-star book in a really long time, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. But first, I wanted to say that I picked up 2 volumes of Lore Olympus because I've just really been feeling like getting back into reading this on the weekends. I really like waking up with a cup of coffee on the weekends and reading one of these in one sitting. It's a really, really cute romance. I've only read the first volume. I'm sure you've heard about it. If you haven't, it's a Hades and Persephone retelling with absolutely gorgeous artwork. I really like it. It's actually the first book that kind of convinced me that I should read more graphic novels. I really enjoyed my time. I do have the first volume on my shelves, but I haven't purchased any of the other ones because they're really expensive. And I know I can read it online, and my goal is to maybe potentially catch up to where the story is now and then read them online every Sunday when they're released. Let's get to the best news, the glorious news. 5 stars. 5 stars. She has read her first 5-star book in a really long time. I think since this time last year, maybe just before this time last year. Yeah, I think the last 5-star book I read was the Sylvia Plath biography. Wow, it's been so long. I guess, yeah, that's crazy. But this was such a pleasant surprise. This is A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. It is the first book in the Veronica Speedwell series, and I'm so excited that this is a series, and I'm so excited that there's like 9 of them because, oh, when I tell you that I'm gonna spend my next few months reading through this series and loving every minute of it, it's gonna be the best time. It is gonna be the best time. So what is this about? First off, I was influenced to read this by Katie is Reading here on YouTube. She has read through the series, and her love of it really convinced me that I should give it a try because frankly it sounded really good. And I was talking a little bit about this in my last video, but I was completely wrong. I wasn't completely wrong, but I said something along the lines of like a butterfly naturalist uses her skills to solve murder. That's not what this plot is at all. Yes, Veronica Speedwell is a butterfly naturalist, but she kind of gets caught up in this murder plot, and she and someone that she's kind of thrown together with, his name is Stoker, and he is my new book boyfriend. I love him so much. They have to work together to solve the mystery of this person's murder, and it is so delightful. I fell in love with the voice of Veronica Speedwell so much. I just think that she is such a rich character, and her relationship with Stoker is hilarious. It's a little sweet. It's just so good. I also was not expecting the plot of this because it was a mystery book that is like in the mystery section in the bookstore. I was expecting it to be like incredibly dark and gritty and atmospheric, but there was a lightness to it that I really enjoyed. I do think the comp to A Natural History of Dragons is somewhat justified a little bit, but this is not fantastical at all. And I actually prefer the voice of Veronica Speedwell to the main character in The Natural History of Dragons, whose name I'm completely forgetting. But I really wanted to own the first copy of this series. I'd love to own all of it, but there are 9 books, and so I'm not going to go out and buy all of them at once. I am, however, going to read them from borrowing them from the library. So I did pick up the second book because I just feel like for the next foreseeable future, every weekend, I'm going to curl up with one of these and it's just going to be so delightful. Let's get back to the plot really quickly because I actually wasn't done talking about it. But I will say that the plot didn't go in the direction that I thought it would. We were kind of introduced to a plethora of characters, and Veronica and Stoker were put through a number of like mini adventures, not a whole lot. It wasn't like a traditional plot in the mystery where like clues were dropped. At least if it was, I was too dumb to notice them. I was just enjoying my time on the pages. It all wrapped up in a way that I was not expecting, and the twist at the end was really interesting. I just really enjoyed my time with it, truly. I fell in love with 2 characters. I'm such a character reader. When you have 2 characters that are as rich as Veronica and Stoker are, I don't really care what happens. I just want to be with them and hear them talk and hear them think. And so I really enjoyed it. And so I bought a copy. This copy is mine. I bought it and I'm going to put it on my favorites shelf because I have read my first 5-star book of the year. And it was a mystery. So random. Honestly, all of the books on my favorite shelves are quite random. Let me know if you want me to do a video explaining them. I have done it before, but I'm happy to upgrade because I'm sure there are some new additions. But 5-star, and I'm so excited to pick up this one this weekend. Oh, it's upside down. I'm excited to pick up this one this weekend, and also I'm excited to pick up Laura Olympics. I just really, really like books.
Foggy mornings are where I begin. Conversations I can never win, but it's not a competition. Though if it was, I'm losing. Foggy mornings with indie bands, singing loudly as I pull in where I am tardy again. 'Cause I am always losing. It's not hard to say I love you, it's only hard with you. It would be so simple if you didn't love her too.
We've both had pretty intense days, so we are going to go enjoy the snow to the bookstore, and I'm really, really excited. I love snow. It has barely snowed all winter.
To say I love you, it's only hard with you. It would be so simple if you didn't love her too. You'd say I love you. Say I love you if it was true. So foggy mornings are where I begin, spilling coffee and making friends in my new apartment, where the world is open. 'Cause it's not hard to say I love you, that was only hard with you. It would have been so simple if you would have loved me too. But I got foggy mornings. Foggy mornings. Foggy mornings.
Thursday. I am in my cozies. I am going to the library to meet my friends to write. I'm very excited. I just have very low energy and I'm really tired. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the writing session goes today. Today I'm going to work on The Fated and I'm very excited for it. There's probably going to be a little bit more of active writing today. I'm still doing my reread, but I'm getting into the scenes that I wanted to switch up a little bit. So today I'm probably going to do some writing, which is going to be great. Gonna get a coffee, gonna sit at a gorgeous library and just focus for a few hours and see where the day takes me. I'm a little sleepy today. I'm a little grumpy. I just feel frustrated because school takes over so much of my life the first half of the week that every Tuesday and Wednesday I'm not able to write. And it's so annoying. I was able to write when I was working 9 to 5 every single day. And for some reason, Tuesday and Wednesday for the past for some reason, Tuesday and Wednesday, the last little bit, I just have not been able to. So I'm not really sure if I can even bother fixing it, to be honest, or just accept it. I'm like just accepting it. And it's not because of my schedule. I mean, yes, I'm basically at campus from like 8 till 3 every single day, but it's the writing and the assignments. There's just so many assignments and I'm almost done. I am almost done and that's great. But then there's the extra weight of having to get a job and she's stressed. She's a little stressed. Normally I've got such an armor when it comes to life stuff and I could just power through, but every once in a while I stumble a little bit and that's one of those weeks. This is one of those times, just feeling the stress a little bit more, but all I can do is focus on the moment, which is a fantastic moment, and that is I'm gonna go write with my friends And that's all I can do. That's all I can do, right? Right? Okay, let's go right. Hopefully I can end this week with a little bit of a higher energy, but if not, that's okay, because that's life, baby. Highs and lows. Let's go right now. I think that's a good call.
Take me all the way. Don't you know that I'm capable of it? You believed in my show, and I believed every word you said. I wanted to go up to the shore with you. I wanted to go past the border control. I wanted to go up to the shore with you. I wanted to go everywhere with you. Take me by surprise. You know that I love it when you do. And the first kiss came right after dark. The music was loud, and the people were black clothes. I wanted to go up to the shore with you. I wanted to go past the border control. I wanted to go up to the shore with you. I wanted to go everywhere with you. Don't you hear them coming right in front of you? I can hear the crescendo. I feel it all over me.
Honestly.
Rushing over me. It's rushing through my body.
Can I have silence in the background, please? Silence on set. My cat is currently eating a cardboard box, so if you hear something, that's what's happening in the background. I'm back from writing and it went good. It went better than expected, which is awesome. I am almost done my reread. I'm actually currently rereading all of the scenes from one character's perspective because I really wanted to like change the emotion of them a little bit more and make them a little bit more angsty. And so far, so good. I actually wrote it a lot more angsty than I think I did. So now I am currently eating lunch because I have no blood sugar. The blood sugar is gone from my body. I don't know if that's actually how it works. Like when you eat, does your blood sugar rise? I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. What I'm gonna do after I'm done eating is I'm gonna work in my reading journal a little bit because I had a reading journal for the longest time. For like 2 years, I kept a reading journal and I loved it. I loved it so much. I tracked all of my reading. I tracked all of my thoughts on the books that I was reading. But last year I stopped because between school, YouTube, writing, and my regular bullet journaling, I just had too many things on the go. And so my reading journal maintenance was just not happening. I'm feeling really inspired to bring it back up again and maybe make it less intense, because what I did last time in my reading journal is I tracked every single book that I read and I like wrote an entire spread for it, and I just don't think I'm going to do that now because I'm reading way too many books, which is fantastic. Way too much work to make a spread for every single one. That's all I have to update. That's all I have to say is that I'm going to work in my reading journal a little bit, and that's it.
We just turned 23. It was the world versus you and me. We were both head over heels. Yeah, you remember how that feels. We thought we would win somehow. We're laughing at that now. fell apart. It felt like you were holding my hurting heart. We swore we'd try again. That was the beginning of the end. I wanna tell you that I'm different. Oh, that time in love was well spent. You know we had to learn along the way, so we could look back and smile someday. And I could say I'm sorry, but that wouldn't be true. I'd rather say I'm happier, and I know that you are too. And if I'm honest, I'm overjoyed. Now I know who I am. This is my voice. I wanna tell you that I'm different. Oh, that time with you was well spent. You know we had to learn.
Hello. I finished my reread this morning, which is great. It really didn't take me that long at all because, I don't know, I guess I was just under the impression that I needed to change a lot more than I did because I didn't think it was this upsetting. Didn't have to change that much. I think I didn't realize how miserable it already was. I went back to do this reread because I wanted to amp up the emotion a lot more because we need more upset at the beginning, and I think we have it for now. I mean, this is just really still the first draft of the second book. I'm sure it's going to change significantly from the first draft to the second draft, as it always does, but so far so good, and I'm pretty much ready to continue on. The next scene that I have to write is really upsetting. But I don't think I'm going to write it today. I think I'm going to make some more coffee. I'm going to actually film a video that I want to go live this week. I'm going to film that video, and then that's it. That's all. Spend the rest of the day editing, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of the day editing. Oh, I'm so tired and I have no idea what I'm saying. But it is Friday, it's the weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. That's all I wanted to say. Writing went well. Let's see how many words I actually wrote. Yeah, so I only wrote around 235 words, but I deleted a lot. And I really think that next week I want to try to balance both projects a little bit better, which means I might spend my weekend reviewing my dragon project to just remind myself where I am. I've been missing my dragon project a little bit, and I feel like I want to get back into it, and I want to get back into the every other day switching between the two projects. So those are my thoughts. That's how I'm feeling. Happy Friday.